for ya ma chefo nyina ajo emamakaba diamond kasiesu enie emre asose wo memu nsam ne ya mahodro so nsam a ya boaboa no ye de beso mu e wo diamond kasiesu ene eye wasana bosumida etosu aduasa won fempem mienu ni eduonu enan mu na kasiebo no ensam ebedi mu akutini bi ene se emfa honi a amanyofobia ebeye eyade asumdwe ebeye adwuma ewo afi abatwe yimwe every man penyin na ado dankwa ekufu ado.
Inspector General of Police and Nei Wakasa Afa in Centrofo Ebambo Ewa Abatomrimu.
NDC amanyoko no emfata se wo benya ababa kokra ewo Asante Mantem napo ena de sansemwe etuja.
Cocoa board for Nei wona jai scholarship scheme wo de ma school for.
President of GGA Edia to former minister enim se enimenimu ya wonbepa nsem trofo nyina echo.
Hine osajefo amwetio for penny and Nei Wakasa Afa sumdwe ho.
Yene nsema wuduo bi ena nanwumre ya boaboa na ye de babesom mo ewo Diamond Kasie so ye de asedano ebe ma Diamond Ground Real Estate and afese Diamond Ground Travel and Tour. Diamond Ground Real Estate say o pass asase krojen asase amansu eni ho asase a woni landguard for enya sam dia na se odi weni atwem ewo na se ye Diamond Ground Travel and Tour so frefre wo se wakwantu nkrata sem biara fa bedano wo beboa ama biara akokama kama edi ama ope wo na twa kwan a wo la pass Sabora number 5. Omone Diamond TV and our Dan Chronemo. Ubetimi afrem penifo ewa 0552487385.
Golden Touch Beauty Center and so Refro. New Makola Shopping Mall inside Honoma. Ube Golden Touch. Bora Honum no se seal.
Afe nsu wako PM ewa Golden Touch awusie siwe ni mnata aye wese waseka wako mato yem. Obesie siwe wedia no edia ma. Wane tra kwan ewa La Paz abeka. One total filling station no and a junction name ubetimi afre haje e was 0248045224.
Aseda fabrics frefra was say brana better fabrics no de pana f4 renecha kwan e new Makola Shopping Mall inside onoma one Methodist Book Depot and di ehwe mu bora honum na je fabric no de efe
sika ben na kita o pesa wo spec ka na ye fe na dimudia wo say o tail light headlight ka bia ukopiem e wo Ben Light Enterprise wo beboa na wetimi aspect wo ka na o say bebi biara o wo bia no de frɛ no obeje wo so kama o penetra kwan a owo enkran aboso kan City Light Junction honoma obetimi so afre Ben Light e wo 0245966189.
Modest closet so frefra was so kwase da ho na akwaje fabric ni wi a de bra no ndwudwa style bi so person ye wedding engagement na pata de be pama ma we hyewa no abekasa e de ama ode a unya ne ba bia se modest closet be pa cho obetimi afre no e wo number si so 0243752888 ofre na on sabeka no
afa so no Mesco One Touch wono so se eye kyese atade ben e na ope eye fe na dimu ne sanso eye fodi a na se wodi weni atremu e wona so eye wo pe Mesco ekira kwan so dia na efia wo de omo number no atidwa e de ama wo bibiara wo pe Mesco ekira kwan.
Okay, Mesco number no eye 0558454390 number ni bio 0558454390 ofre na say African way o dear beyo 2 pieces bi a opebiano on sabeka
enyuma kwai adaroma ene enyumre wo mo ebo ye chidoma ye de kase boy eba beso mo akenkan fo ene enyumre eye me ma osekonya meni menuaba
efia frempoma
ye beda ne ye ho akwaje aboafo nkrato aba ye ba ye de kase bo ne ntremu ebetwa so. abusiafo ya sama wo bibiara akwa babiam Diamond Kaseɛ so enie afei Kaseɛ bɔ ne nkyeremu eni Ghana mampanyin na nado dankwa ekufu ado de atudwa se esan opepa ene adwemufan a wona wobeto aba no ewo nti no eya ade owo arehwemu ene gidie se afi abato ye ba betu yidie ye de wo man no kebi maminkebi amamuo no ebeye adwuma emfa ho ene nia amanyofo a wona ni bere se wo benya tumi ebeye wade sansem wenyina etudwa ewo Methodist asori nhyiemu ase
Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia and your entourage to Ajin Kotoku for the good of our nation, Ghana. The nature of the road leading to Ajin Kotoku is just deplorable. For the common good of the community, I would like to ask that you help fix the road so that the community that houses the market for onions, the children's hospital, can be easily accessed. I will be grateful if your assistance in this area is given. The second request is to aid us with the completion of the construction of the children's hospital. We also know that the government gives tax waivers. Obviously, a project such as this will depend a lot on medical equipment from overseas. I will be grateful if your assistance in this area is given.
The road, in fact, when I got on the road coming here, I was a little
NPP Amanyokono, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia NNA, Wadina Probono Akwako PM, our Legacy of Hope Pediatric and Childhood Cancer Hospital, Ewo Ajin Kotoku, and also Ewo Amasamai, now Oshebo, Ewo Hose, Obey or Maquine Eddie Amomuntem Soa, if you say Quine of Fasoko, and dear, name your cry.
When I got on the road coming here, I was a little worried, should I say, because I said to the regional minister who was sitting next to me, I said, bumps and so on, we need that road done, and so I'm going to put my effort on it for us to get it done. The second issue you raise is tax waivers for medical equipment and so on. And I am 150 or 1,000% in agreement with you on this issue. If you look at the schools and the hospitals that the churches have built, without these facilities, the schools, Ghana will not be what Ghana is today. We have been able to benefit so much from all these developments. And so we are going to make them entitled as a matter of course to tax waivers when they are coming in with any equipment or material to build hospitals or schools or other development projects. I will make a strong case with government to also get involved to provide access of doing Agenda 111, and we should factor this hospital into our whole healthcare provision in this country.
New Patriotic Party NPP Amanyokono one running mate Dr. Matthew Poku Prempre Adudona a friend and Napo Eden Sembi Abetuja Wochire Muse National Democratic Congress NDC Amanyokono Edia Santimantem Yamoye Papa Abosha washe wonyina wentimi endi ba kokra eso enu ntino afi abato ye ba betu die wonsem fata se wo benya ababa kokra ewo asantemantem
ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na Roma okuta Ghana kana from Rocheba Ghana who here passport America kaka fu Ghana na kwa Rocheba who here passport Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Roma abai papa and this say papa no bia nyam mfaso na mom so wadra ha da bi osuja no hona ne maye den da bi osuja no hona ne maye den sa otu abama Dr. Bawumia na one to abama gifty one to abama gifty ndoma untimi ka so pe Dr. Bawumia on pe gifty and untimi ka so pe gifty untimi pe Dr. Bawumia e bi say e go to abana ye to man na do dan kwaku fo ado no I to ama adura MP no I to ama adura PC no parliament afin the state
ye besiamo madaroma yako ememeja enfiadio no afi munya ye moa munya mami gitindo mamoa na fi ye nyina ye mom na ye besiamo se enkofo se enye and Professor, it is not possible to say break it. Yena kupa yina ma ye party ya. Wabeti mi abwa ama party a break it. Waluni Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe.
Wadaruma, Mumfadi and Yasunka home. If you ever would you are very good. So, my addition to one, I won't find out on any time. Then you are to do much consequence. Bamba over part as you are. It's our concern of the alcohol. And then, more to MPP, I am comprehension of what Kilaba said. Area hanging a way, and said, BBC Kwanaswa, Munya Kwanamaye. Dr. Bawumia, and I'm saying a ban on any argument. Yenim papa e woni mu zio yenim de okafa ni kro adwira ho zio na yenim adwena wadwen afa adwira ho adwen papa wadwen zio enti mi de me di ne ho adanse na akere mo zio so Dr. Mahmoud ye se nyame boa na de da na koma so no nyame ye ma no no de to akonya kase we so a ye ko ni fi a ye mo ago zio ago no ye mo bi yenim de wati yenim de bia na office wo zio ye de yasa me kwa kotuna nim na ye mfiri wo mpo zio we no yasem sebe
the national wise there yenim say waye bi and let such a massive man see a shine in dia they we na po ye ma wo enkokwa se ne o ka say ye ni wachi na say ye na me mampa ye ma na ye die na sa santeman yesu ye di bia ye yie no such a massive so aye say Asantimaya, what kind of mamu? Yet, you know, such a master, a judge that must municipal. Yes, you take him.
Minister for Finance on Monya for Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam NNA, what you two just said, Ghana economy no, baby, a ekika kono de a year pa, or course, so mu say, a buy any amount what dear guap criminal, a boa Ghana economy ye.
As we have emphasized on a number of occasions, the agenda is centered on improving the lives and livelihood of the people, whilst ensuring that we mitigate the impact of our policy adjustment on the poor in particular. The progress we are witnessing, therefore, transcends macroeconomic stability and growth to include significant improvement in social protection. 7% in Q1 of 2024, compared with 3.1% recorded in the corresponding period of 2023. Although half-year GDP data has not yet been released by the Ghana Statistical Service, recent data on Composite Index of Economic Activity published by the Bank of Ghana indicate a sustained pickup in economic activities. The real CIEA Composite Index of Economic Activity recorded an annual growth of 3.3% in May 2024, up from 2.1% in Q1 of 2024, compared to a contraction of 3.7% in May 2023. So against this background, we are very confident that the growth trajectory is positive, and we are hoping to achieve higher growth by the end of the fiscal year for well-targeted social interventions, including the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty, the LEAP program, the National Health Insurance program, the Ghana School Feeding program, and the capitation grant. Benefits under the LEAP program have been doubled, first in 2023 and then in 2024, following the indexation of the benefit to inflation since this year. Specifically, the transfers for the LEAP program increased from 50 million Ghana cedis in 2016 to 428.8 million Ghana cedis in 2023. So 50 million Ghana cedis in 2016. By the end of 2023, we transferred 428 million Ghana cedis. This has further been increased to 720 million Ghana cedis for the 2024 financial year. So we are investing so much in the LEAP program. Similarly, the benefits under the Ghana School Feeding program and the allocation to the capitation grant have both been increased by 25% for the 2024 financial year. In addition, the NHIS budget has been increased. The strong disinflation process, which started in 2023, continues to show further progress in response to the Bank of Ghana's tight monetary policy stance, the strong fiscal consolidation efforts, and the improvement in exchange rate stability.
Yet, Ghana for Ebekaya in Fibia Chemu and Abano Egubu banks are who draw piano and Amsoma. A man for the donor Sika Eko Kemu, and a day a idea was Wafa was showing Sika Samso, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam Edia Betuja say. Abano AJ 700 million Ghana cedis Muse.
The disbursement of an additional 1.5 billion Ghana cedis to provide relief and bailout for those whose funds have been locked up in the fund management companies. I am glad to inform you that the Ministry of Finance has processed the release for the first tranche of 700 million Ghana cedis of the additional 1.5 billion Ghana cedis for the Securities and Exchange Commission to further bail out the remaining customers whose funds were locked up, including Black Shield Fund Management Limited customers. Yesterday, I instructed the Controller and Accountant General to release the funds to mitigate the stress on affected persons. The 1.5 billion Ghana cedis will be released in 3 tranches. This amount will bring the number of investors to be fully settled under the Black Shield Limited to 82,096 customers, representing 92%. Representing 78% of the rest of the fund management companies. This will bring the total number of investors fully settled under the bailout scheme to 94,165 customers, representing 90% out of the total validated claims of 105,178 customers. This intervention is being done despite the tight fiscal space, evident of government's commitment to provide relief to investors of the defunct fund management companies, especially the pensioners groups.
Ebusafo ya to akase bonne so na Osman Ayariga penny power da NDC Youth Wing ano na nei wodi atoja seb wo mo etikuo bi a ye frɛ no Operation Recover All Loot Brigade a ye twaniti awa ora a sa ekuo no dwumadi a wo mo eba bedi ne sɛ wo mo eba behwehwɛ Ghana sikasemu
Operation Recover All Loot Brigade. She say yen twen ma NDC ba ansa na ye be recover sa loot no. Enti ye de ya hya ase. Enti bebi a ye be hu say ha proye and a corruption, stealing and corruption e wo ho, and a bribery and corruption ye be occupy ho. Now occupy no it is a demonstration. But we dey friend the demonstration ketwa. It another say ye be ba office na ebisa o questions. Say adentina contract way why inflate contract way we sika way contract way we sika way. And him say ebi so most of the corruption allegation cases no under investigations. But no patch say yeah as youth no so yeah ntimi ko bisa questions because ye na yo maimu and o maimu ye na ye dia say ye tina o ye dia na say maimu no say we don't have anywhere else to go to entina ene ye say yeah ye free oral brigade no just say Operation Recover All Loot Brigade. Your first point of call no by Ministry of Finance Tiatra to her say next week Wednesday on the 4th of September na mebuna organ ha so we NDC new we MPP new we Afafranto new we Cheddar new we APC we PNC we Gumo the 4th of September next week Wednesday no ye kwako occupy Ministry of Finance and I be some questions me no contract ba ko a friend no payments to Service Ghana Auto Group. Just say Auditor General Shema who say some contract no there has been some irregularities because I say obi ye ejuma and so aban eptuano sasika no and I say ejuma oye no and so say obeje da still who go so continue with our contract no until catch Minister of Finance say on taking steps non jiji sika nyina wetuama ebimu they are not etoso me no so omo making sure say omo be abrogate sa contracts nyina.
Inspector General of Police George Kufu Dampare at the year at the central phone nyina enum say obi enu ho kwan say ye bebe pie mu every abato mu wo mo de beba emonte so agi isi ankasa edidi bia babodia wo betimi aka bibi afa ho so ye be ya asumdwe ebe ye
EU ambassador. The responsibility for declaring of election results will be any lame. Because when results are declared wrongly from the wrong source, and it become more anybody, but we the carriers. And if you're able to do that for these elections, even if God called me to glory and nobody attend my funeral, I'll be happy. Because it put the whole country and everybody on tenterhooks. And it's something we can avoid. So let's do that. And closely related to that is post-election results declaration reporting. And let me come to where I belong. The point is this. When the results are declared, that is that Obikita fuel, Obikita manches. So when you are reporting on it and it's not well done, Udija, Udi manches, any fuel, a boom, Nenya Sovia, all of us will suffer. So whilst we try to report, let us manage it in such a way that the losers will feel respect. Will be any break. Now the mic I could, and then our person. Pleading to the media. As it was said by my brother, the EU ambassador, the responsibility for declaring of election results will be in the The responsibility for declaring election results rests with the
Ochehine amwatia ofori pani a woyo himpon ema atim ebuakwa ene nei wode adesode to Ghana mpanyimfo anim se wo ma abrabo a ebeye ehwesode e de ama amanfo na fe wonya adwumaden efansom Ghana
say for sum our sumamai the sumwa nukwedi wo mu sumwa ho brasie wo sumwa osum yese osuma bibi sumwa ahotie ewo nti oda asese ya agye no so ya dan se wa sumamai osum ani ade a yegyina mu emonipa dachi abakosamba ye trudi emeye onoma homa osua ene nye wojapade a obenya osoma mai osomo sono obra ho ase ahobrase mu a ye ba koto aba asomdwe mu ye beto aba ne ebu obi e oto aba no so de ye ye beto aba ne akofie akoji ahome ya kanya udin kunimu a wajiwani udin chonso a wanu muso nyumbi awada ade asade ade bechi ade achia ya sato asubi no ana nya yepe e mase Ghana ha ye koto aba na ebe ye ntokwa na moja bi ehwegu ene nya ne so otu aba na watu aba for puntu a ebeba wabusua ene oman otu aba na watu ne owadwe mu amoni pako ewie ne aka ebio na koda hoya adanse a edi ewo nipa ose unyobi no watu ne pe unyobi aka se wo pejano nemo send a car Bible na won nyuma ide wuchi oya ye bisa na do ba obi akro ye wan no bi aka ndi to say what to say no ntino aha na be fa sa ne
Enchepi na NDC amanyoko no insensem bi ema ne homne so se wo mu ensensan eye asumdwe enkrata no esane hyehye wodi ebegu akwa mu san hyehye no agya adwumade a eye sa asumdwe krata no wo mu ensensan we enam so ema National Peace Council ade abetudwa se wo warehwemu se eye dan a NDC amanyoko no wode wonsa ebehye asumdwe krata no ase Dr. Ernest Edujenfi a woye dwemtenani edema National Peace Council no editor semtrofu enim se chene beche na so enya de ebeka hoda nti no warehwemu yie pa se NDC amanyoko no woye dan a wo besensan asumdwe nkrata.
We acknowledge the concerns of the facts they are talking about are not the core responsibility of the Peace Council. Issues of killing is an issue for the police and then also for the courts. So I think that those institutions are already dealing with those matters. We've spoken to the IGP, spoken briefly with the AG, so we refer those things to them. The ones concerning the EC, we've spoken to the EC about those things for them to clarify. So we hope that those issues will be clarified in due course. We are very hopeful that they will sign. We've had negotiation with the parties over a long period of time. If you look at our negotiation to get NDC back to IPAC, it took us 3 years, but we finally got it done. So we are hopeful.
If you are not careful, there will be cartels who come and take over our country. So it's very important that we regulate how our politics is financed. We see candidates openly giving monies and gifts. If we continue in that direction, we are running on a slippery slope. And what is going to happen is that the one who has the most money will become the one who will win the elections.
The peace of the country could be protected by every one of our citizens. And so we are educating our church members to become conscious of their contributions to what could become problematic or peaceful. But ultimately, God is the one who oversees and has the final say. God has been gracious to Ghana. We are believing that God in his faithfulness will hear our prayers.
Penny Power, the Ghana Journalists Association, on Monyan for Albert June 4 and what the 1 year more dimpa ediako, ama wana watete and central for a wabato embremu say, Aya won't show on who ye. After what their foot also a command central for say, so a qua abato baby, a to abana, Aya monso and show who ye.
GJ proposed this project to help journalists prepare for the upcoming 2024 elections. And I can tell you that we are in August, still 3 to 4 months to go. Journalists are well prepared and ready for the 2024 election. I have no doubt that these workshops we've held in partnership with the U.S. Embassy would strengthen us as journalists and cause us to deliver on our mandate and rise to the challenge. I also believe that the security agencies in which the police is leading the charge will help defend press freedom, even in the midst of provocation. While I urge my colleagues to abstain from actions that jeopardize our democracy and peace, I also want to warn those who attack the media that the GJ will not tolerate on any day any attack on journalists leading up to the elections, as we will resist such actions. I have consistently stated that if you are a politician or any person or group of individuals, avoid our company.
This year we've been working with the Electoral Commission on all its electoral processes leading up to the general elections. And we want to assure all Ghanaians that we are ready to deliver one of the best elections as far as security, law and order is concerned in the country. But the police service is mandated to ensure the safety of any person that shows up on election day. We'll be having a series of engagements with the media and we'll be addressing any concern. We just want you to be rest assured that your security is paramount and we will do whatever it takes to ensure that you are safe.
Nansemu and a former Minister of Works and Housing, Ata Achi and so Emma. Albert Kwabena Jumfo Awa, ye President at the Ghana Journalists Association at Tresse. A yadia webu and intia ye papa pan intenu and menume yano. One fat chopper and muya ding and command some chofunina.
One other issue that also affects media freedom in the delegation of journalists or media work by government officials through their public utterances. Please permit me to use this opportunity to condemn the comment made by former Minister of Works and Housing and MP for Ibuakwa South, Samuel Atachia, Honorable, who advised or encouraged voters to action that journalists lack expertise, is misinformation and discriminatory. This stereotype ignores the diverse academic and professional background. Precedent and examples. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana's first president, was a renowned journalist whose visionary leadership shaped our nation's economy. Other notable journalists have successfully held public office, demonstrating their capabilities. Even our current president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, at a point in time, was the publisher of the Statesman newspaper. By the argument of Honorable Atachia, are we saying that President Akufo-Addo has not performed well or discharged his duty effectively? Rebuttal to economic expertise argument. Furthermore, we find it intriguing that Mr. Atachia implies that only economists can lead Ghana effectively. However, since the Fourth Republic, Ghana has had several presidents who are not economists. Aside Professor Ivan Satamos, did their lack of economic background render them ineffective? Absolutely not. In fact, Ghana's progress under these leaders disproves Mr. Atachia's assertion. President Jerry John Rawlings, President Ajekun Kufuor, John Madi Mahama, and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo have all contributed significantly to Ghana's development despite not being economists. Apology. We demand that Mr. Atachia retract his statement and render a public apology. He must also acknowledge journalists' diverse expertise and capabilities, as well as the critical role journalists play in promoting democracy. I therefore condemn Mr. Atachia's comment in no uncertain terms. We affirm journalists' potential to hold public office and contribute meaningfully.
Inspector General of Police, IGP Dr. George Akufu Dampare, NNA Wakasa say Ghana posifo ebe bom humoden pa no mabo ensentrofo hu by ewo afi abatu.
There are so many instances we have dealt with individual journalists and individual media houses in terms of the threats that they face, and proactively providing them with the securities and the systems and advice and the monitoring and the support in a way that comforts them. And it has helped so much. And we are going to continue to do that and make sure that during this election period, at the individual level, at the individual institutional level, we are supporting you on one-on-one basis so that you are comforted in a manner that will make you feel at peace to do your work. The other thing that we are doing, we keep doing during special events, that we are going to do more from now till the election is over and beyond, is to ensure that all media houses, with their strategic locations for events, we have started discussion with so many of them already. We provide on-site security for them to support them, both in terms of advising them and also in terms of having police officers and other security people there to make sure that they feel more comfortable in doing their work. This is preventive. We are not at a level of any high risks, but we think that we want to be very proactive and do this and make sure that, like my big sister said, this year's election, in terms of security, in terms of the Ghanaians that will come out from.
Yet wakasia bonusu diana ekiafo awo bayire nkwanta amenemu important I know ewo ejuri sechiduma semansi mu ewo asante mantemu enene wo sufre aban se aban enda nani embehwe won esan se akwamboni ewo won potem nintine eyade won nyuma aba foma chese won nyuma asese ya enya sem kitwa kwa itene wosre aban se nkebe ya aban enda nani embehwe won na wonye won akwan emfama won.
What I mean to say is that this road is a road that is leading to the farms, which give us most of the village here. That is where they farm, and then not even from this village alone, but from Ejura, a lot of people living in Ejura farm there. So it is a road that contributes a lot to foodstuffs in Ejura.
Since 2007, Womugu Quinus, Woman Gusubium. Ya who are by woman, ya can't, woman Tiasi. Ofa Quine over Quakusi, Petty Chassi. Petty Chassi no Quine Demusa, Quine yet. Ya when you find your boom cum our doctor, I could I say, Hiya. Now, Quine will be first or I call Fat Dian in the Kuraba and the Kurane asem.
In so toa, can't mean ma. Ye don't never be brave, bro, near me now, quite so. Since when you're turning in a back cow, now say, Quining yet, amana, ye say there be so in ye mind. And you say, ye yamwa. I can put a boy quite so like a papa. Yes, I'm one. You say a month 41 more, it won't cross me, bring one my nipple, will be on my walk, and answer the do I say no. Now, you say, and some be brave, be at me see. Tio how pa or quan so I yet as I'm good to. You say, and I'm 24 years, slow, yes, slow pa, I'm trouble in my rain. Now, the only way I might be or quan is be quite a bed dash. Am I any budget pa, ye brew quan so. enye ya presa enye nyamwa bia okwan we so ise yesre omo hu yemabodo mo ntwe mehwe kakra ne yeso no ba na ene efudie no enti mfa mra fi ma eden enti nsu obia so
duane a efiri kwan we su kwa adwira kurom nya duane kuma ti yesre ekotoje wo fom a yensa den yensa yem mpenyimfo nhwe ye nim no mo nsiesie ya kwan ne moye baby a me ne mugina ide sane popoye kura na me kan tell say sane popoye no wonan kura wan hwa obetu America so enti ti yesre mo se duru mpenyimfo na mo nkasa ntire o mo no mo moye
ye percent kampanimfo mprempren mpanimfo be ye kwan no maye de hia ye pa no ye bare nkwanta amenamfo eni adwirafo nyina adwirafo no dodo no adoho nti nye bare nkwanta amenamfo nko a adwirafo ade no.
So if they can actually come in to make the road more trouble. As we are saying, we are not, but to make it more trouble for us so that when we are going for, this time, the motto,
Ghana Cocoa Board and then they were there to just say, one more scholarship initiative na ekoso no, one me etwem enam free education na ekoso. Na Peter McMenu our ye one board chairman so echire mu say o me bie Cocoa Board Education Trust Fund ba be boa primary enkwala.
The fact that Cocoa Board is no longer giving scholarships is a reason why you should be happy knowing that the turnaround strategy is working. Because if we have free, Cocoa Board was giving scholarships to secondary school students. Now we have free SHS. So what is Cocoa Board's business then in giving secondary school scholarships? Do you understand? So the fact that you have free SHS and Cocoa Board is giving scholarship to, I'm a beneficiary of Cocoa Scholarship when I was at Presec Legon. Today, if I have a child at Presec benefiting from free scholarship, so it is only prudent that because of free SHS, Cocoa Board withdraws from giving Cocoa Scholarship SHS.
Area Ashefo aha ene bre be ma ye kwan na ene enwumre kase boy ye de be so mo e wo Diamond Television so ne ye de ebeba ne wie ye ansa ne ye be kono ensem ebdi kase bonum akutini bi enie emfa ho ne nia amanyofo bia ebeye eyade asumdwe ebeye adwuma e wo afia batwe yimwe every man penyin na ado dankwa ekufu ado ho.
Inspector General of Police and ne wakasa afa asumdwe ho. NDC amanyoko no emfata se wobenya ababa akokra ewo Asante Mantem napo ena de sansem wey atuja. Cocoa Board nso wo meja scholarship scheme a wo de ma school nkwada. President of GGA edi ato former minister nim se enimenu ya wo be palsem chofo nyina echo. Ochehine osagefo amwatia wo for penny so akasa afa sumdwe ho. Ye ne nsema wudu bi ena nanwumre ye boabo no ye de ebesom mo ewo Diamond Kase so ye de aseda no ebe ma Diamond Ground Real Estate and after Diamond Ground Travel and Tour. Golden Touch Beauty Center and Aseda Fabrics. Hajia Slay Empire and Ben Light Enterprise. Mesco and a dear entadian kwa. Afen so any modest closet wamo adaruma and an enemy. Yadeka se boy ebe sumo. I can kind for a me. Mouse konya mini aba. Efia friend poma. Yakramo.